This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. So let us continue our discussion on the basics. So in the last class we have done with the grep command. But before I can start the basic, let me not forget to power on the virtual machine so that our class would go properly. Okay. So in the last session we have talked about VI editor and grep command, but we skipped out this links, soft link, hard link, etc. So let us try to discuss on that what is that soft link and what is that hard link. See guys, we have a concept of shortcut file and something called a backup file, right? Sometimes what happens is your original file would be somewhere deep inside some folder, right? But for ease of access, so that it can be easily accessed, you want to keep a shortcut somewhere at your desktops or somewhere at your present location, so that whenever you want you can read the file. Originally the file may be somewhere deep inside folders and folders and folders, but you want to access it directly from your current location, something like that. For example, in Windows, you might have seen that all the software will get installed under C program files. But there will be a desktop shortcut so that from the desktop, when you double click, you will be able to access that software. Originally, the software is installed in program files, but you are able to access it from the desktop. So that is nothing but your shortcut file, right? So soft link is nothing but a shortcut file. Now there are certain rules related to soft link, like it can be created across the partition. That means original file is in C drive, so you can create the link in D drive, E drive, F drive, wherever you like. There is no problem related to partition. Inode number of source and link file is different. Now, first of all, what exactly is that inode number? Inode stands for index node. Like when you open a file or open a book, I'm sorry, it can be any book. It can be a magazine, or it can be our academic book, or it can be, a brochure kind of thing, something. So you'll see on the first page, you will find an index, which would be telling you that which topic is available on which page number, right? So that is really a helpful thing. If we don't have index, it would be difficult for us to always search where is that topic by going through pages. So same way, whenever we create a file, the file will be getting an inode number. Now this inode will help whenever you are trying to read a file, you are searching a file. This inode will tell you that exactly on which line number in your or in which place in your system this particular file is kept. So inode will be very helpful concept whenever you are reading a file or writing into a file. With the help of this index node, you are reaching to that physical position where this file is kept. So inodes are automatically generated and managed by your system. So anyway, it says that the inode number of the source file and link file will be different. Now this is the important summary, that if the original file is deleted, link is broken and data is lost. That means if the original file is deleted, the link file what you have created will be of no use, because data is originally available in main file. Link is just a pointer that is taking you from your current location to somewhere else. Now let me show you how exactly this link file would work. Let me log in into our machine first of all. Let us say that I have my dir, right? Where am I? I'm in slash root. Now let me go into my dir. Now in my dir, there is another directory dir1. So let me go into dir1. So right now you see in slash there is root, in root there is my directory, in my directory there is dir1 where I am right now. Now inside it, I'm going to create one file. For example, vim test, for example. Now I'll put some data inside it. I'll say hello world. This is a test for soft or okay, say soft link. Now let me save and quit. Now you can just read it. Okay, this is the data. Now let me come out of this location. See, I'll say cd space dot dot. I came one step back. I'm in my dir. Again, I'll say cd dot dot. So I'll be coming two step back. Now the scenario is the data is available in my dir in dir1 directory over here. So what I want to do is from slash root, I want to create a link file for it so that whenever I want from slash root itself, I can read the file. I don't want to go into my dir, then dir1, and then read the file. It's an important file. So originally I have to keep it deep inside directory and directory. But to access it, I want it to be available at slash root only. So in this scenario, I'm going to create a soft link or shortcut file. How can I create a soft link? To create a soft link, you have a command ln. ln stands for link and s is for soft link. ln-s, then I need to give the full address where is that file kept, and then I need to keep the location where I want to store that link file. So I'll say ln-s. See, I'll say in slash root there is my directory. In my directory there is dir1. Inside it there is a file called test for which I want to create a link. Where you want to create a link, maybe in my current location, that is slash root, right? With what name? Suppose I'm going to call it soft. See, name is your choice. Whatever name you want to call it, you can call it. That is no problem. I'm trying to call it soft. You can give whatever name you like. Now, when I hit enter, do ls, and you see there is a green color file appeared over here. So up till now, we saw my file in black, my dir in blue. So this is a file, this is a directory. Now something which is appearing in green color, this is your soft link file. And if you see the details about soft link, when you hit enter after ls-l, you see normally if a file is starting with hyphen, it's a regular file. If it is starting with D, it's a directory. If it is starting with L, that means it is a soft link or shortcut file. So you see very clearly it is telling you here that soft file original location is root mydir dir1 and test. So when you are reading this soft file, you are actually reading this test file which is kept in my dir and dir1 location. So every time I don't have to go so deep inside the directory. From here only I can read the file, from here only I can make changes into the file. For example, if I say cat soft, you see I'm able to read it. Now if I say vim soft and let me add something, I'll say added via soft link. Now let me press escape colon WQ exclamation to save it. Now you read the file, you see it is saved. Or you can read the original file. You can say cat, go to my dir, go to dir1 and read the file. What was the name of the file originally? It is test. So you see, when I make the change in the link file, the change is actually getting updated in the original file, right? So this is the way you can create a soft link. Whenever you have a file to be kept somewhere deep in directories, but you want to access it from your easy location, your current location, in that case, we create this soft link. Now another thing, inode numbers. Let us check what is the inode number of the original file. I'll say ls-i. I will tell me what is the inode number for which file, soft file. So this number what you are seeing here is called as inode number. Let us check the same thing of our original file. So I'll say go to my dir. In my dir, go to dir1 and inside it there is a file test. So you see inode number of original file is different and inode number of link file is different. That's what the theoretical aspect was telling us, that the inode number of source and link file will be different. Okay, right. Now the important thing. If original file is deleted, link is broken and data loss will be there. So up till original file is there, the link file will be working. So if I say cat soft, you see it is working. Now let me go to my dir. Inside it, I'll go to dir1. Now if you look out over here, there is a test file. Now let me say rm -f, which file? Test file. Now hit enter and you see test file is deleted. Now if I want to go back, I'll say cd dot dot. Two step back if you want to go, you can say cd dot dot and again slash dot dot. That means I want to go two step back. Don't stop at my dir, directly go to root. Or the most simplest shortcut I'll tell you, wherever you are in the system, doesn't matter. If you want to come back to your home directory, suppose I have logged in as root. What is the home directory for root? Slash root. So when you say just cd, automatically it will pick you from wherever you are and throw you into your home directory. So when I say just cd and hit enter, you just check it out, you will be thrown out of your location and it will be putting you into home directory. Wherever you are doesn't matter. When you say cd, it will automatically take you and put you into your home directory, right? Fine. Now you just check it out. I deleted the original file which was there in dir1. Now you do ls. Did you see that soft file turn into red? Why it turned into red? Because it is not able to find original file at its location. So when you say cat soft, it says I'm not able to find the original file at the original location, right? So this is what happens. Soft link is just a pointer which is taking you deep into folder and folder to read or write into your original file. If link file is deleted, there is nothing to be lost. But if original file is deleted, then link will be of no use. There is no data present in link file. Whatever data is there, that data is present in original file only. So this is what happens when we deal with soft link, right? I hope it is clear. I'm removing that link file because anyway, original file is deleted. Now keeping link file is waste of time. Now next thing is hard link. See, when we talk about hard link, in a very simple explanation, hard link is nothing but a backup file. Suppose I have one file very important related to my production or some configuration. Now I want to keep a backup file for it. Not just simple backup. See, keeping a backup means copying a file somewhere can also be called as a backup. But in this scenario, I have a requirement that maybe original file will be updated time to time. So whatever updates happening in the original file, same changes I want automatically to be done in link file also. So I want a linked backup. Whenever you update the original file, link file should also be updated. When you make any change in the original file, link file should also be updated. So I want to maintain a linked backup, right? Original updated, link will be updated. Link is updated, original should be updated. That kind of behavior I want. And the most important thing I need is, even if the original file is deleted due to some reason, still the backup file should contain my data, right? And for that particular reason, we have to go with hard link. Now, one thing you have to understand, the rule for creating hard link is original file and link file should be in same partition, right? It is not possible that original file you are keeping in C drive and link file you can create in D drive. That is not going to work out. If original is in C partition, then link should also be in C partition, right? So anyway, partitioning and all we are going to cover up in the coming class. Then you will understand how to identify in which partition you are. As of now, just think that in which directory you create the original file, same directory you should create the link file. Why? Because original and link file both will be using same inode. See, the inodes are created and kept in partition. So inode of one partition cannot be accessed in other partition. That is the reason original file and link file should be kept in same partition, because both files will be using same inode to update the data in both the files, right? So let us see how can we create a hard link. To create a hard link, we need a command ln source file followed by destination. That's it. Here we don't have to use any option. Like last time we use -s. Here there is no option required. So simply, for example, I have a new file, right? So what I want to do is I want to use this file and create a hard link. So in the same directory, I'm going to keep the hard link. I'll say ln create new files hard link with what name. Now you can use whatever name you want. There is no naming convention. You can take any name. For example, I'm going to call it hard, or you can call it whatever your choice is. Now if you do ls, you see hard file and new file. Both are behaving as a normal file. It is not even telling you that it's a link file. It's not even coming in green color. Green color and all will be used by soft link only. Hard link will behave as if it is a normal file. You check ls-l new file, right? And you check ls-l hard. Almost it is going to give you same output. You see over here it says there is two link file. Whenever you create a hard link, here the number of links will change. Normally, if you say ls-l my file, if there is no link, it will display one. But if a file has a hard link, here it is going to show you two. That means there are link file, right? Owner is root, group owner is root. Observe the size. Size is also same. What time it created, even the time it is telling you is same. So these two are linked. Another proof whether they are linked or not, you can check the inode number. For example, if I say ls-li new file and hard file. So you see hard and new both are using same inode number because the same inode will be providing data to both the file. That means if you update new file, automatically hard will be updated. If you update hard, automatically new file will be updated. That's how it is linked. So let me try to add some data into new file. I'll say vim new file. I'll say test for hard link. Let me press escape colon WQ exclamation. Now you read new file. It tells that there is a new line added to it. Now if you read hard file, you see that the same change is updated over here. You update the link file. For example, I'll say vim hard. Let me put some data. I'll say this is hard link data something. Now let me save and quit. Now if you read hard file, see this is the data what you have added. Now read the original file. I'll say cat for example new file. You see, same data is updated. So they are linked backup file. If you update the original file, link will be updated. If you update the link file, original will be updated. Now the best part of hard link is if you delete original file. See, as of now, hard link is telling it is having two links. Okay. Now if I say rm-f, I want to delete new file. First of all, you check hard link has not lost the color. If you say ls-l, it is telling that it is not having any link. It is only a single file. There is no multiple link to it. If you read the file cat hard, you see your data is still preserved. So this is the way you can keep a hard link or a soft link. Now another important thing what you have to remember, soft link can be created for a file and it can also be created for a directory. There is no problem. You can create a soft link for a file also. You can create a soft link for directory also. But hard link is only creatable for files. You cannot create hard link for a directory. Remember this point. Soft link can be created for files also and directories also. But hard link is only and only created for files. It cannot be created for directory. Right? Fine. So this is the way how we have to work with this soft link and hard link, right? I hope it is clear. Anyway, so we move forward. We have already discussed about grep command. We have seen the beauty how grep command would work. Now let us try to talk about few more important filtering commands. Now these are all your time savers, right? See, suppose a file is very big and when you are trying to read the file, it scroll down so fast that you won't get time to read it properly. So what I want is I want to pause the file by seeing first page and then I want to move on line by line or page by page as per my requirement. So in that scenario, you can use two commands, less, more. To see top or bottom few lines, you can go with head or tail. To arrange the output in a proper manner, we can go with sort. To distribute the output in columns, you can go with cut. And to make some changes in a file without VI editor, you can go with stream editor or set command. First of all, let us try to see what we can do with less command. See, less command will pause the output and show the output page by page or line by line as per your requirement. For example, if I say cat etc password, I'm trying to read some file. Now when I hit enter, you see the output came so fast that I was not able to see what was there at the beginning. So if you want to pause the output and see line by line, then you can say less read a file etc fs tab, sorry, etc password. So less command or more command will also read a file for you, but in a controlled manner. Now when I say less and the file name, you see it open the file and it is displaying from line number 1 till first page. Now if you want to go down and read next particular line, then you can go with down arrow or you can go with enter. So when you hit enter or down arrow, it is going to take you down. When you use up arrow, it will take you up. So line by line, the output would be displayed. Let us say you want to go down page by page. First page is displayed. Okay. Now I want to display second page. So you can go for D. D is for down. So when I say D, you see it is going to take you to next page. Now, unfortunately, in this file, I have only two pages. So immediately it is showing me that you reach the end of the file. Now, if you want to go back again to your previous file, then you can use previous page, I'm sorry. So you can use B, B for back, D for down, and B for back. Now, if you are searching for anything, you can use forward slash, same like VI editor, and you can type whatever word you are looking for. So when I type a word and hit enter, it is going to highlight all the characters which is matching your search. Now you can say N, so your cursor will move down or up like that. If your work is over, you want to leave it, then you can type Q, Q to quit and come out, right? So this is the way we can read a file in a controlled manner using less command or more command. So it's a choice. There is purely choice what you want to do. You can go with less command or you can go with more command. Output will be same the way we have seen. There is a small minute difference between less and more command. What is that? I'll tell you. When you read the file in more command, it presents the same way. When you use down arrow, it will take you one step down, or when you hit enter, it will take you one step down. And when you type D, see if you reaches to the end of the file. When I type D, you observe when you reach to the end of the file, automatically it will quit the file. In less command, we have to type Q to quit and come out of the file. But more command will automatically leave the file or output if you reach to the end of the file. This is the small difference between more and less. Less will stay in the file. When you type Q, then only it will quit. But more will automatically quit the file as soon as you reach to the end of the file. So that is the mere difference between less and more. But both is going to give you output in a controlled manner. Now, more and less can be combined with other commands also. For example, you can say cat etc password. Now you can say pipe more. So what happens over here? It is going to send the output of cat command to more. So whatever output of cat command is there, that would be given to more command. So the output will be controlled. Same way, right? Or let us say you have a big output. For example, I'll say rpm-qa. I told you that this command will display the output of the packages that you have. Now simply when you hit enter, the output is so big it moves so fast. To pause it, you can say rpm-qa pipe more or pipe less, whatever you want to see. Now you can see line by line, page by page, however you want, you can read it, right? So either you can use more or you can use less. Both will give you similar information, right? Fine. So this is the way you can stop the output and read page by page or line by line at our convenience. The same way we have head and tail command. See, the name itself is telling you head represents something at the top and tail represents something at the bottom. Now let us say that in a file, I just want to see top 10 lines of the file. That's it. In order to see top 10 lines of any file, you can read it by using head command. See, more is reading a file, tail is reading a file, head is also reading a file, tail will also read a file. So apart from cat, there are many ways to read a file in a different way, right? So I'll say head, read a file, etc password. So you see it is reading top 10 lines for you. Just count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So when you say head and the file, it displays top 10 lines of that file. Same way, if you want to read bottom 10 lines, then you can say tail etc password. So it is going to read bottom 10 lines, right? Or you can combine head and tail with other commands output also. For example, I'm telling cat-n read the file or display the file with line numbers. Now you just say head. You see it is printing top 10 lines for you. Same way, if you want to see bottom 10 lines, then you can say tail. So you see it is reading bottom 10 lines, top 10 lines, bottom 10 lines. Now let us say that I'm not interested to see 10 lines. Maybe I just want to see top 3 lines or bottom 5 lines or top 50 lines, bottom 35 lines. So I just want to see customized number of lines. So you can say head hyphen whatever line numbers you want to read. I want to read top 3 lines. So you see it is displaying only top 3 lines. Let us say you want to read bottom 5 lines. So it is going to show you bottom 5 lines. Unfortunately, customized line numbers you cannot view. Like you cannot say read from line number 3 to 5 or read from line number 25 to 30. That is not going to work out with head command. Okay, that we have to keep in our mind. You can only view top certain lines or bottom certain lines when we go with head and tail commands, right? Then the next command what we are going to talk about is sort command. Now if you read this hard file, for example, it contains lots of data. Now few lines are starting with T, few lines are starting with H, few lines are starting with G, DNN. Now I want to arrange the output of this particular file with respect to alphanumeric order, with respect to alphabets, with respect to numbers. I want to view this output. So you can say sort and the file name. So you see the line which is starting with G came first, then H, then N, then T. So according to alphabetical order, you can arrange the output. Now this is useful when you want to see the output in alphabetical order, especially maybe you have names, employee names or something, and you want to see the name starting with A first, then B, like that, right? And suppose the file is having numbering and it is a jumbled scrambled numbers and you want to arrange it perfectly. For example, I'll go to hard file. Total how many lines are there? 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me get rid of few lines. All right. I just want to reduce the output. That's it. Okay, total 9 lines are there. I'm going to put different numbers now. I'll say 9, then 7, then 5, then 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 3, and lastly 6. So what I did, different numbers I have kept over here, 1 to 9. Now let me just save and quit. So originally your file is like that. You want to see the output in proper numbering ways. So what you can do, you can say sort, arrange the output with human readable format or digits format, whatever you say, H or D, both can be used on a file hard. So what it does, it arranges the output with respect to digits or decimals, whatever you say, it is going to arrange the output. Originally your file is 975124, but over here it arranged it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 perfect numeric manner. So originally your file is not disturbed, it is as it is. But when you run sort command, it arranges the output and display. So originally your file is not going to get changed. Only the output it is going to display that this is the sorted or arranged output. This is the way it has to be arranged. That's what it is telling you. Otherwise, originally the file is not changed. Okay, only it has changed what? The output. Let me go back to the file and let me remove that numbers. I don't want it. Okay, now let us learn another very important command, that is cut command. See, the name itself is my voice not audible to everyone, guys? Can you confirm others?
Yeah, it's audible.
So I think Hamid, it's a problem from your side, your internet or something. Others are others are able to hear.
Yes.
Please check. Please check from your side kindly.
Yeah, it's
Okay. Thank you very much, guys, for confirming. Let us continue our discussion. Hamid, I would request you to please check from your side. So, as I was telling you, cut command, a very important command, guys. I want you to concentrate here. See, sometimes you may have a file with some employee details, maybe. So when I say employee details, the employee details could be like name, his ID, his designation, salary, email address, emergency contact, etc. So what I want here is output should be arranged perfectly. Not arranged, I'm sorry. I want to see only two fields out of all fields. For example, I'm interested to see employee name and employee designation, or employee name, employee ID, or employee name, employee salary, or I want to see employee name, employee designation, and employee salary. So out of all fields, I only want to see just a particular field I'm looking into it. So I want to cut the output and I want to see only specific output in the form of columns, right, or fields. For example, the best file to be discussed in this manner is etc password. So let us say tail etc password. Now you see this file contains user information. Many fields are there. Username is there, some X is there, user ID, group ID, some comment, home directory, shell name, some information is there. So this particular file will have number of fields. So maybe I'm not interested to see all the fields. I just want to see what is the username and what is the shell, or what is the username and what is the ID, or what is the username and what is the comment, something like that. So I'm only interested to see first field and third field, or second field and fifth field, like that. Whatever I want to see, I just want to see few fields of that particular file. So in that scenario, we go with cut command. So cut command has to be used in this fashion. You need to say cut and hyphen F, where F stands for the field you are interested to view. For example, I'll say simply, first I'll directly put cut command. I'll say cut, show me just field number 1. F1 means field number 1. You can give one close to F or you can use space and then also both are fine. From which file? The file name is etc password. So I'm telling go to etc password and just display field number 1. That's it. Now when I hit enter, you see it is displaying the whole file. Did I ask it to print the whole file like cat command? No, I just asked it to print field number 1. The problem is it is not able to understand where the field is starting and where the field is ending. So I need to put a marker. I need to put a field separator. I need to give it a symbol that separate two fields. Now, if you observe this file, after every field, there is a colon. First field, colon. Second field, colon. Third field, colon. So can I use that colon as a field separator or a marker that points out to field separate? So in that scenario, to put that colon as a field separator, you have to use one more option -d, where D stands for delimiter. Delimiter is nothing but that special character which separate two fields. So I'm telling that the delimiter is colon. Again, you can keep colon close to D or you can give a space and then type colon. Both are fine. So I'm telling with respect to colon, cut the output into columns and just print the first column I want to view. So is it showing you the first column only? Right. Or maybe you want to see column number 1 and column number 4. So it will display first column and fourth column. Or maybe you are interested to see first, third, and fifth, three columns. So it is going to show you three columns. So this is the way how you can view the output of the file in columns, and only those columns that are interested for you, or the fields that you are interested in. Right? You can combine this command with other command. Maybe I can say tail etc password. From this output, I'm telling cut with respect to colon. I just want to see field number um, 1 and field number 5. So you see it is going to show you field number 1 and field number 5. Or you want to see from field number 1 to 5. So you can give 1-5. This is going to start with line number 1 and continuously it is going to print till 5. Or you can say start with line number 5 and go till last available line. I don't know what is the last line, but I just want from 5 till the last available. So it will start from 5 and continue till last available line, whatever it might be. So this is the way you can use cut command to cut the output of a file into columns, and you can see only that specified column you are interested in. So whatever special character is used between two fields, you can use it as a delimiter. If it is a colon, you have to use colon. If it is a comma, you have to use comma. If it is at the rate, you have to use at the rate. If it is exclamation, hash, whatever special character it is using, you have to use that special character as a field separator. But guys, if it is comma, I'll mention comma. If it is at the rate, I'll mention at the rate, hash, dollar, whatever. I'll use that special character as a field separator. How about if your file is having spaces between each field? For example, you see, after every field, I'm using a space. There is no comma, there is no at the rate, there is no hyphen, there is no exclamation. Then how can I use space as a delimiter? If I say cut hyphen D, I'll use space. Then I'll say show me field number 1 of hard file. So you see it says when you mention D, then you must give some delimiter. Leaving it empty is not a solution. Now guys, how can I put D space? Right? How can I use space as a delimiter? See, if there is at the rate, there is a symbol of at the rate. If there is an exclamation, there is a symbol of exclamation. Same is for hash or dollar or any other special character, right? But how can I symbolize space? So whenever between two fields you have a space, then you must use like this. You can say cut hyphen D, and then you can use two single quotes or two double quotes, whichever is fine. You can use single quotes also, or you can use double quotes, anyone. Now between them, you can put a space. So this is how you can symbolize the space. Now did you see it is printing only line number 1? You can print line number 4, or you can print line number 1 as well as 4. Like that you can go. So whenever you have a space between two fields, to symbolize it, you can use single quote or you can use double quote. Both will give you same output. So this is the way you can cut two fields of the same file, and you can view as per your requirement. So whenever you have important fields in the file, cut command is very helpful in that scenario, right? Now moving forward, the next command what we are going to talk about is one of the very important command as per my perspective. See, you are trying to edit one of the file. For example, I have this file called my file, right? Or maybe I have this file hard file. Now in this particular file, I want to make some changes. For example, there is a word evening. I want to change it to morning. Something like that I want to make. Or maybe there is a word hard. I want to change it with another word soft. So how can I change it? One way of doing that is going into VI editor. Go to VI editor, go to that specific line, make the changes, save and quit, isn't it? But guys, suppose I'm trying to automate my work. Maybe I want to edit the file with the help of a shell scripting, or maybe I want to edit it using Ansible, something like that. So in that scenario, it would be very difficult. I cannot tell my shell script to open the file in VI editor, go to so and so line number, press I to go into insert mode, then make the changes, press escape, then use colon WQ to save and quit, isn't it? So I simply want to search something and replace it with other word. I'm sorry. So I was telling you that searching something and editing. Now this can be done by using our next command, that is sed command. See, sed actually stands for stream editor, right? But it is also called as search and edit a file, right? So normally what happens is you can search anything in the file and change it with other word, whatever you are interested in, right? So for example, this file contains a word called hard. I want to change it with something else. So you can say said, right? Then the operation must be mentioned within single quotes. Now inside it, you can start with S. S actually stands for substitute, but in a simple way, you can say search for something. What you're looking for? I'm looking for a word called hard. And what you want to replace it with? I want to replace it with another word soft, right? Fine. In which file? The file name is hard file. So you see, earlier here we have mentioned hard. Now in the output, the change is soft. Again, to tell you, the change is only happening in the output because set command is beautiful. It first gives you a preview that what it will do if actually the command is executed. So sed -s, this whatever we have run, it has shown you a preview that what change it is going to make. Now let us say that I'm happy with that output. This is what I want to do. There is actually hard written over here. In place of hard, I want to make it soft. So I just ran the command and it showed me the output. I'm happy. Now I want to apply this change. I really want to insert that change in my file. I want my file to be updated with that. So in that scenario, you can say sed -I, where I stands for what, guys? I stands for insert, make this change in my file. Now when you read the file now with cat command, you'll find that actually that change has been added. So whatever, it can be one word you are changing or the whole sentence you want to change, that is up to you. So I just search for a single word hard. You can search for entire line, new line added, and in place of that you can put something else. For example, in the file I have second, I want to make it third, for example, right? So I'll say sed search for the word second in the file and change it with another word third, where I want to change it in hard file. So you see, wherever the word third is there, you can make it change to second is there, you can make it change to third. So originally it is second, but I just tried to modify it with third. Now, if you are happy with this change, you really want to apply it, then you have to use insert. You have to say insert that change into your file. So that is the way you can search anything in the file and you can replace it with other word by using sed. Always, if you are doing it manually, first run sed without hyphen I and check the output. If you are getting the proper result what you are looking for, then you can use hyphen I and then you can insert that change perfectly, right? So this is the way how we can work with this particular concept of hyphen I or sed command. Now next thing what we are going to talk about is IO redirection. See, I'm running some command and that command is generating some output. That output I want to copy and create a new file. Like you see, tail command we used, head command we used, cut command we used. These were generating or producing some output. Now this output I want to capture and I want to create a fresh file with that output. So this is called IO redirection. That means taking the output of a command and creating a new file. For example, uh, I just used a command called tail. I'll say tail hyphen 3 etc password. Now I'm not interested to see the output. What I want to do is from this output, I want to create a new file. To create a new file with that output, you can use greater or double greater symbol. So I'm telling tail command that whatever output is being produced, send this output to a file called out1, whatever name it might be. Now same like cat command, you have to be careful. If you mention any file name that is already used or created without prompting you, it is going to override the file because greater than is a derivative of cat command only. So what it is doing, whatever output this command is generating, that output is being sent to a file out1. Now if there is no file with the name out or out1, a fresh file will be created. There is no problem in that. But if there is already a file with that name, then it is going to overwrite it. So be careful that the name of the destination what you are using is not already created because it is not going to warn you. It is simply going to do it work. So you see a new file out is created over here. Now if I say cat and out, so you see the output of tail hyphen 3 is copied into this file. Now let us say that if I run some other command and again put it, for example, I'll say tail hyphen 5 etc password. Now I'm going to use cut command. I'll say cut with respect to delimiter colon show me field number 1. So normally this would be the output. But what I want is I don't want to see the output. I want to capture the output. To capture the output, I'll use greater than. By mistake, if I use the same file out name, right? Previously, out file was already having some data. Now when I hit enter, all the data of out file will be removed and new data will be captured. So this is what I was telling you, that if you give any existing file name, it is simply going to overwrite the file. So make sure that the file name what you're mentioning does not exist, otherwise it is going to overwrite it. Let us say I don't want to overwrite the file. What I want to do is I want to append the data to the same file. I want to add one more output into same file. Now in order to add one more output to the same file, I'll say for example tail-2 from hard file. I'll say double greater. Same like cat command. Greater will create a new file or overwrite the file. Double greater will add the output to the existing file. So when I hit enter, now read out file. You see your previous data is as it is. Just to the bottom, new lines have been added. So this is the way how you can use greater or double greater at the end of any command to capture the output. See, in this scenario, it may not be that much meaningful. But let us say when I run lshw, lshw will list the entire hardware of your system. Now when I hit enter, the output is quite big and fast. Now maybe I want to capture this output and keep it for my reference every time I don't want to run lshw, or maybe I have to share information with my hardware engineer. So he's asking me to give what is the system hardware and all. So in that scenario, what you can do, you can say lshw and send the output to a file. For example, I'll say system hardware. Now you just do ls and you'll find that there is a file. Now I can read it any number of time. I can share it with anyone I want to share it, right? So this is what the benefit of going with greater than, double greater than, to capture the output of any command and create a file with that output, right? Now, if you observe that greater than or double greater than, it is not showing you the output. It is simply capturing the output. When you read the file, you will come to know that what is captured. Now, my requirement is I want to see the output and as well as I want to capture it. So while capturing the output, I want it to print the result and capture. For example, I want to see tail-5 result and then I want to capture it. So in that scenario, you can go with our next command, that is T command. See, T command, what it does is it prints the output while capturing the output. So output will be captured definitely, but first it print the output of your command and then it will capture it. So you want to see the output of the command and capture it together. For example, I want to run tail-5 command, this thing. So what I want is I want it to print the output while capturing the output. So you can use pipe T and give the file name. Now again be careful, if you give the file name which is already in use, it is also going to overwrite it. So I'll use a new name out2. So observe here that it is printing the output, right, of tail-5, and when you do ls, you will find that out2 file is created. So what it has done, it has printed the output for you and then simultaneously it has captured the output. So the only difference between greater and T command is greater will not display the output of the file, what is going out, but T command will print the output and capture the output. Now, if you want to append the data into same file using T command also, then suppose, for example, I want to run this command and append the data into a file out2. So you can use T-A, which file out2. So what it will do, it will print the output first of all, and the output will be appended. -A stands for appending the output into out2 file. So you see it is printing the output, and if you read the file, you will find that the data has been appended into this file. So greater than, double greater than will do the task without printing the output. T and T-A will do the same thing, but it prints the output and capture the output, right? So this is the way we have to work with these two commands. Now last two, three commands are remaining, guys. Hopefully tomorrow we will finish off our remaining basics. We are remaining with find command, file permissions, and umask. So probably tomorrow's class we will be finishing off. Now for today's class, if you have any questions, any doubts you want me to clarify, please put your questions now. Oh, after the whole story, the question is coming from Hamse that why we need to use soft link and hard link. I think you have joined the class little later, Hamse. So I would request you to please watch the recording one more time after the class to understand. Now, during class, very clearly I explained what is soft link, what is hard link, why we use it, and I also explained about inode. Inode stands for index node that attach with every file and keep the address of the file so that finding and reading the file becomes simple. Please try to try to watch the video one more time, please, from the beginning. As you joined late, I guess that's the reason this question is coming, right? Any other questions, guys? Okay, thank you, Manoj, for confirming. Anyway, no problem. One thing what we can do is you can watch the video, try to do your practicals, and still you have questions, you can reach me out, right? I hope the class is clear. Still, if you have any questions or queries, you can put the questions, okay? Thank you very much, guys. We will stop the session here. Let's meet up again tomorrow and finish the basics classes by tomorrow. And then we'll move into our proper Linux administration. Thank you very much, guys. See you tomorrow.